focus, makes your mind sharp.
Nice.
And
I need that.
yeah, and so if you do 30 of these, that takes about 8 hours.
Wow.
That's what I did in this house.
Okay.
And there's no protection. There's no protection like the Gyatri Mantra. That's the most protection, and I can prove it. And I'll tell you the story. I have so many of these stories you can't believe. One of them is that Sai Baba, Sri Satya Sai Baba, who was the Indian teacher that I followed first. Now I follow Karunamai. I wish you guys had met her. She was just in Phoenix last week. Oh. She's in LA right now. She's a divine mother. So she was not born through conception. She was born through blue light entering her mother's belly. And so she's not human, but she looks human so that we can relate to her. That's who I follow in India. Also Sai Baba I follow. Anyway, so all of these miracles happen with these guys all the time. So why was I telling you that? Oh, yeah. So Sai Baba said, anyone who sings the Gayatri Mantra, who is in an airplane or a car or a bus or anything, under any circumstances, in trouble, you will be saved. Period. Okay? So honest to God, I was on a plane one time that was going to be landing in Fort Lauderdale. 20 minutes before we land, the pilot gets on and he says, ladies and gentlemen, we're in an extreme emergency situation. He says, we've lost all our landing gear. We've lost, most importantly, the hydraulic pin. The hydraulic pin is what holds the landing gear in place so that it doesn't collapse in on itself. And we've lost the computer to it. So we're going to put down the, they have a backup system. We're going to put down the backup wheels, but we have no hydraulic pin to hold us in place. So we're going to do 3 things. 1, we're going to let you get up and get your medicine. 2, we're going to move you around on the plane so that you're going to be sitting next to your family members. So please cooperate. And 3, we're going to show you what position you have to be in when we crash.
Goosebumps.
Damn. So you actually have to be like this, and then you have to bend over.
It wasn't
like
when we land, it's when we crash.
Because there's no possible way that we could have not crashed.
Right.
Except for a miracle. Okay? So, and then he said we're going to empty all the fuel into the ocean so that when we land, we're going to be as light as possible. So what was interesting was I was like, man, I just started saying the Gayatri Mantra quietly, internally. And then I said, Sai Baba, I'm sorry that I have to borrow your body, but could I pretend your body is the landing gear? So I visualized that. And then everybody, what was pretty interesting on the plane, because everyone cooperated and nobody said a sound. Nobody said a word.
No one freaked out.
They were all freaking out. The right, faces of the stewardesses were absolutely white with fear and terror. But nobody freaked out on like crazy. But people did get up. They got their medicine. Then we did that, and then we practiced. They moved us around, and we practiced crashing. And then what happened next was we landed. The runway was lined with fire trucks, ambulances, police. We landed, and the landing gear held. There's no way that could happen. And then when we came to a stop, and we landed like a feather floating down on the ground. And when we came to a stop, the pilot gets on and he goes,